She's the flight attendant who's
she got fired for twerking on the job.
Dream job.
I didn't think that, you know, being so happy can turn into something like this.
Nell Diallo was having a great time.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna be on the job twerking that ass, throwing it back in public, well, not public, private uniform that they gave you on their private property in the brand identity that you're supposed to be.
Okay, unpopular opinion, or maybe it is a popular opinion. If you're gonna do some shit on the internet, do not wear uniform. Do not wear your work uniform. Many jobs, and I mean almost every job that I've ever worked, have a policy against posting on social media with your uniform on, being out in public with your uniform on. Now, the being out in public with your uniform on isn't really a big deal because, like, you know, sometimes you're going on your break and you're wearing your uniform, no one cares. But some of them will be like, you need to wear a cover up. This is, I mean,
upholding for them, then I can see.
I don't think they're wrong for it.
Why you got fired? I mean, I'm pretty sure the corporate management over there at Alaska Airlines, which is allegedly where she was working at, didn't appreciate you doing this on their, what, $10 million plane? $50 million? $100 million? How much do planes even cost? I don't know. But I'm pretty sure they have some type of brand identity, probably some type of image they want to uphold, and they don't really want to see their flight attendants out here shaking that ass, that wagon, that double.
Bro, and me personally, bro, I'm not even with the policy. I don't want to give these I don't want to get my jobs free promo on the internet either. So I take my uniform off anyway. Even if it wasn't a policy, I swear to, like, I kid you not, even if it wasn't a policy with like uniform and this, that, and the third, I wouldn't wear my work uniform on the internet anyway. I'm not trying to give them niggas free promo whatsoever. None of them.
Up on a Thursday
don't care what kind of job it is.
On a fucking plane, the sun is still out, and having it being attached to their brand. I'm sorry. There's a time and place for everywhere, and this is not the time to twerk.
Diallo was having a great time, dancing and twerking in the aisle.
I'm not gonna lie, I agree with the airline on this one.
Before an early morning flight.
No, I decided to just take advantage of the moment to wake myself up and kind of get myself like hyped up for my day.
Did I really just hear that? Wait, hold on.
So you twerk to get your shit. You twerk to get you ready. You twerk to get hyped. You twerk to get energy for the day. Wow.
Morning twerking rituals apparently she does to get herself pumped up and excited and to wake herself up before the job even starts. Is she serious?
I decided to just take advantage of the moment to wake myself up and kind of get myself like hyped up for my day, basically.
Yeah, man. I'm just gonna have to come out and say that twerking has set back women generations, bro, because like this type of twerking casually on the job, out in public, in restaurants, this type of twerking casually on the job, out in.
This is nuts. I'm sitting at a red light trying to get to work. I don't give a flying fuck about you twerking.
Public, in restaurants, at fucking baby showers, in hospitals for TikTok. Like, bro, this is getting out of hand.
Twerking in scrubs is nuts.
And it's getting ridiculous, and I think
this is nuts because what you're gonna get in your comment section is, I'm on my deathbed and this is what my nurse is doing. I got a concussion and my nurse twerking in the other room on TikTok.
we need to have some type of reform, maybe some type of intervention for this national twerking epidemic that's been going on for damn near a decade now, because it's just now people are losing their jobs over this. It's not necessary.
She posted the video on TikTok along with the caption, "What's wrong with a little twerk before work?" But after the video went viral, she says Alaska Airlines fired her.
I mean, shit, bro. I would have fired you too. What do you mean? You up here twerking on my plane that I'm managing and saying with the caption, "What's wrong with a little twerk before work?" Like she really thought she ate with that. And imagine getting fired for twerking, bro. You couldn't even throw it back properly. Like, what is this?
Nell Diallo was having...
No, because that's a fact. That's like a little hop. That ain't no twerking, bro. And she got fired for this shit.
Having a great time.
What the fuck is that shit? She wouldn't even twerk. And then when
dancing and twerking.
And then when she get down, she like just spreads her legs open and closes them, and that's it. That's not
the aisle.
twerking, girl.
Like, that shit was weak as fuck, man. Respectfully, girl.
I'm sorry, bro. I agree, bro. I'm sorry. I agree. If you're gonna get fired for twerking, at least throw that shit back, bro.
Nell Diablo or whatever her name is. That shit was trash, bro. Like, please pack it up. Go back to the drawing board, man. Work on the fundamentals. Maybe go back to the basics of twerking 101 and understand the physics of the vibrations of each cheek when you're trying to throw it back. I mean, this is just atrocious.
I mean,
What's wrong with a little twerk before work? But after the video went viral, she says Alaska Airlines fired her. What did they say to you?
They just said that I broke their social media policy.
Social media policy.
Yeah.
I wonder what that social media policy actually said. Oh, and by the way, apparently she has a GoFundMe now, bro. She went from
No
having a
fucking
nearly,
way.
I don't know how much. By the way,
supporting wrongfully fired flight attendant.
apparently she has a GoFundMe now, bro. She went from having a nearly, I don't know how much
Wrongfully
flight
fired
attendants
is
get
crazy.
paid. What is it? According to Google, the average annual salary for a flight attendant is $69,000.
35 an hour is good.
per hour, which is really good. So
That
now
is
being
good.
up here on GoFundMe, trying to raise $12,000 in donations and only having 182 so far. That's one hell of a downfall. But here I am on the, I believe, Alaskan Airlines of Code of Conduct and
Ah,
ethics.
shit.
And
Okay. Where's it at? Have y'all seen this? This is the type of shit you should have gotten fired for. This is the type of twerking you should have at least gotten fired for, if anything, bro. This is that GTA 6 strip club shit. This is that leaked GTA 6 club shit, bro. If you gonna get fired for twerking, at least do some shit like that. Okay,
here
sorry,
you can
y'all.
see social media they have. So I'm going to click on that. And on social media, they say almost everyone uses social media in one way or another. And we respect your right to maintain an online presence on social media. You should make it clear, though, that your online profiles are personal and that you do not represent our companies in social media. And even when using your
Exactly.
personal profiles, you should not use social media to harass or bully coworkers, guests, or anyone else related to our companies. So just
Exactly.
right there off of that simple social media policy, clearly they had a problem with her representing their company in a bad way. You know, like I completely understand that you do not want your flight attendants, especially if you're supposed to be some type of prestigious airline for the middle class to higher middle class people. You don't want your brand associated with, you know, stereotypical low class debaucherous behavior. I'm sorry. Like, you know, I'm a man. I don't care if a girl want to throw it back, but I'm just saying, like,
Shout
in
out that
certain
Spice.
areas,
She got her Spice
there's a
back.
time and place for everything, and twerking is known to be, let's just say, on the bottom of the totem.
I'm not gonna lie, Ice Spice is proof that you can build an ass in the gym. Because everybody got on her crazy for losing her cake. She stayed in the gym and now that shit back. So what y'all gonna say? She got a BBL? Bullshit. She been in the gym the whole fucking time.
when it comes to types of behaviors in professional settings. Anyway, though.
I broke their social media policy.
Nell
did.
had only been on the job
You
for
saying
6
that
months.
as if
Only on
they
the
lying
job for
about
6
it.
months and you already got fired over some dumb shit. Crazy.
She says she was twerking to celebrate the end of her probationary period.
Well, now
So you're telling me you've had this job for 3 months? I don't know if airline probationary periods are longer or shorter, but the standard is 90 days probationary period for a new job. So you're telling me you worked at this job for 3 fucking months before you decided to twerk on the internet with your uniform and get fired. That's crazy.
she'll be twerking to celebrate the end of her career. And she was on probation too? Like, what? Imagine getting on probation for drinking and driving. You're on probation for 6 months. You get off probation and then you go back to doing another DUI type activity. What?
Why did you decide to?
Well, okay, hold on. Are we talking like probationary period, like when you start a job and you're on a 90-day probation, when it's like you can't do a vacation, you can't take time off, you can't call out, that sort of stuff? Or are we talking about she was in trouble for some shit and she was finally off of being in trouble? Like, I don't know.
Post the video.
And I was really proud of myself that
Sorry, y'all,
I
this is
came
gonna be
so
longer.
far. I just didn't
have a
think
lot to say
that
about this
my video and my post and the way I was dancing would be deemed as inappropriate.
I mean, again, let's go back.
It's not just because it's inappropriate, girl. It's because you're in their uniform. What is not clicking? That's like you live streaming with Alaska Air Group on your fucking shirt, and they're like, nah, we gonna have to let you go because we told you specifically not to post shit with your uniform on.
To the social media policy. What did they say here? Social media. You should make it clear that your online profiles are personal and that you do not represent our companies in social media. Bruh, you were in their plane, legs cocked up on one of the chairs, throwing it back, or at least trying to, smiling, looking all giddy and shit, twerking in their plane, in their uniform, right next to the cockpit. It looks like you're representing their company in a way that they don't want to be represented. I'm just saying, I'm playing like devil's advocate here. Maybe she didn't see the part where it said no twerking, because it doesn't say no twerking in the social media policy. Maybe she needed that specifically announced to her so that it would be clear, no shaking ass while on company hours. I don't know if that needs to be stated in like professional corporate policies from now on, but yeah, this is awkward.
So how did you feel in that meeting when they told you you lost your job?
I put on such a proud face every time I stepped on that plane, and for them to terminate me without giving me a chance, it just was unfair.
They just didn't want to.
It's a
deal with the bullshit. Like, you know, this is probably the first time she was doing something like this. You know what? Actually, let me be smarter than that. This is probably not the first time. So based on what I'm seeing here, I just went to her TikTok. She is private though, but based on what I'm seeing in her profile picture, you know, she's already looking kind of like
that's a BBL.
Actually very risque. I mean, good God, she definitely looks like the type to do some bullshit like this and then get fired and then, you know, cry about it, acting like she didn't foresee this coming. Like, I just really don't understand how. I don't know how much time it takes to become a flight attendant too, but imagine putting your Well,
here's the thing, you know what I'm saying? She has her social media and that's it, right? The company don't care about that, but they know on her social media she's seductive. Maybe, I don't know, I'm just making assumptions here. She's risque, obviously, her profile picture, right? And they're like, you know what, that's your social media, that's your private, that's your personal social media. No one cares. As long as no one knows that you work for us. Now you post a uniformed twerking video on that same account. And people do things like look at your previous videos. That's how the internet works. I mean, some of y'all do that. A lot of people do that on my channels too. They watch one video and then they watch more. They do that on my gaming channel. They do that on the reaction channel. They do it on the main channel. Then, so they see this uniform. Oh, she works for Alaska Airlines. Then they go through her other TikToks and like, oh shit, she a OF model too? Y'all niggas hiring OF model? You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying she's an OF model, but that you see my point here. People start making their own things and they're like, yo, Alaska hire OF models. Alaska hire people who carry themselves like this, and then they get a bad look. That's not what they want.
$paying job on risk because you wanted to twerk on the plane for clout on TikTok. Like, looking back at it now, I'm pretty sure.
This reminds me of that Kendrick sent it to me earlier today. This reminds me of that bitch that got fired from her 6-figure job because she wanted to do an office siren thing. Why can't you just dress the way they want you to dress, bro? It's a 6-figure job, bro. For 6 figures, I'll wear suspenders, and I hate suspenders with a burning passion. I said the same thing to Kendrick. I hate suspenders with a burning passion, and I would wear suspenders for a 6-figure job.
Or she's saying to herself that it was not worth the risk.
A representative from Alaska Airlines tells us they don't.
Because at the end of the day, when the job is done, you get to go home and take the shit off. You get to go home and take the shit off. I mean, it's not that serious.
Comment on personnel matters.
It seems to me that common sense isn't as common anymore. You know, here's the top comment on this video. Carly said, her not understanding what she did was wrong is what is wrong with our society. Jose said, why do people still think it's okay to record themselves while at work in a company uniform? This is so wild to me. Listen Quietly said, it's even more embarrassing that she went on TV to say she didn't even know what she did was wrong. Child of the King said, saying it's quote unquote quote, unfair, shows her immaturity. Time to grow up, sweetheart. Cheryl said, sweetie, you violated company policy. You should have celebrated at home, off the clock, and out of uniform. All that training and everything you went through to get the job, only to lose it because you wanted to be cute for social media. It's crazy.
That's a
even
fact.
somebody in the Twitter group chat that I'm in,
Not
by
bad
the name
nigga
of Bad
talk.
Ninja Talk Uncensored on Twitter, they said, fired her because of dancing. That company, sad ASF. And I said, congrats, kiddo. Welcome to the real world. If you're working for a company, wearing their uniform on their property during work hours, you can be liable for termination if you do something that they don't approve of. Like, this is very simple. It's common sense. It's
so
like
everybody
basic.
who works jobs know this. It's only these unemployed niggas who don't understand, bro. It's only these unemployed ass niggas who don't chronically online niggas who don't understand. Why is that so hard to bro? I swear to gosh, bro. Even when I make this shit my career and I never have to work a normal job another day in my life, I will never not understand employed niggas shit. Because I know employed niggas shit. Even if I was like let's say I was on like speed level or Kai Cenat level of fame or whatever, and I saw this, I'd be like, well, bitch, you shouldn't have been twerking in company uniform. Like, bro, this doesn't matter. It's these unemployed ass niggas who just don't understand it, bro. I can't believe it.
Medium IQ understanding of corporate policy and professionalism. Like, I don't know why we live in a world where, and this seems to be a problem in Gen Z and below, but apparently this woman is like a millennial, so I can't really blame any particular generation for this one. But
Yeah.
somebody else responded back trying to cape for that guy that I responded to, saying that ain't the point, when it literally is. She probably wouldn't have been fired if she wasn't twerking on company
That
hours.
is quite literally the reason she got fired. Oh my god, niggas. This is why I don't use Twitter no more. This is why I don't use Twitter anymore, bro. This is why I don't use Twitter anymore. There's no fucking way that you said that ain't the point when literally the reason she is being fired is because she is twerking in uniform, bro. I can't believe
on camera representing their company that way, but they go on to say the point is that these companies make it so easy for losers on the internet to get somebody fired. Seems to me this video was posted a month ago and she was fired a month ago before this video even went viral, so that point is mute. He then says, how is her twerking on a plane that isn't moving gonna affect the outcome of travel flights from that airline?
Oh my god, this is why I don't use Twitter. This is why I don't use Twitter no more. There's no fucking way you said how is her twerking on a plane that isn't moving gonna affect the outcome of travel flights for that airline. So because she shakes some ass, the structural integrity of the planes are terrible or something? Bro, what are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking? What are you on, bro? What are you on? What, bro? There's no way you're this fucking stupid.
Again, branding, identity, and most
Holy
importantly, company
shit.
policy. It doesn't matter if it's gonna affect the travel of the fucking flight.
No one is talking about structural integrity. First of all, it's a policy, she broke it. Second of all, they want to carry their brand a certain way. No one gives a fuck about the actual plane right now. They're talking about company perception, because in business, in social media, in anything online, perception can be everything.
Flight. He also said, so because she shakes some ass, the structural integrity of the planes are terrible or something. Like, what the correlation? Like,
Bro, that's what I said, Maury. Me and you, same wavelength. Like, bro, what are you fucking talking about, bro? This is that same shit, that old argument about, like, this is how niggas be on Twitter. You can say, oh, I love waffles, and someone will say, so why the fuck don't you like pancakes? Nigga, what are you? That's not the same. So you're saying you hate pancakes? Nigga, when did I say that? I just said I liked waffles. What the fuck are you talking about?
like, what does this have to do with anything? Again, policy, bruh. What the Then he said, that's the point. Cool. Companies can hire and fire you for any reason. That is not true in the United States of America. Companies are liable to false termination. They can be sued for that. So that is not true.
Not
Clearly,
true
he's
at all.
never had a job. He says, we been knew that.
Unemployed nigga shit.
Stop being facetious so you can garner the approval of the same demographics of people you don't fuck with. I mean, this is all.
Bro, you used a big word. Holy shit, man. Holy shit, you used a big word just for the rest of your fucking paragraphs to be fucking dog shit in terms of IQ, bro.
Whole lot of assumption. What demographic is he talking about? Airlines? Pilots? Flight attendants? Or what demographic is he talking about? And how am I trying to get approval from anybody? Really, like, I don't give a fuck about getting any validation or approval from anybody. I'm just using my basic logic. But you see people like this by the name of Hajime no Kage or whatever, they always base their arguments on emotionalism. No logic, no objectivity. It's all feelings and emotions and how I feel and fucking victimhood and all that bullshit. Like, bruh, the point is, don't twerk on company hours in their uniform on their property.
It's
like,
not
if
that
I
hard.
own that airline, you're getting fired too. I do not care. Anyway, though, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below about this. Be sure to join up in the community Discord.
I'm actually so upset that there are probably more niggas out there like him who are saying like, what's the point? Why did they blah blah blah? Oh, okay. See, somebody clarified it, and that's what I was saying. Her probationary period was for work. All jobs typically have a 3 to 6 month probationary period where the boss thinks if you're not a good fit, they can get rid of you. That's what I was saying. Or you can't. Well, I said it a little different. I said you can't call out, you can't go on vacation, shit like that. And that's probably the same reason, because you don't want to show the boss that you're not reliable. I can't believe that nigga on Twitter pissed me off. I'm finna get off this video, bro. That shit pissed me off.